are watching the Marlene Cox Show. We're here for you, becoming you.
Well, welcome everybody. How you doing out there? You know what time it is. It is the Marlene Cox Show. This is going to be, we're going to rock on this show.
Yes.
We're going to rock on this show. This is going to be a great show. Got both co-hosts with me today, and we're going to be talking about you and your brand, the difference maker. Make sure you've told all your friends to tune in Thursday nights at 7:30. You can see us on YouTube. So we're getting ready to go into you and your brand and what makes the difference in your life. One of the things at the Marlene Cox Show, you know, we always talk about fashion and style and application, inward stuff, decision making, moving forward, knowing when to move. Are you learning how to? Think of this? Are you going through life or are you growing through life? It's a difference.
It is.
You know, it's a difference because we always talk about character building and building up models. You see these beautiful models, one to the right, one to the left of me, who are models with the Maya Marlene Talent Agency, and they do independent work also. You know, so that's good too. So, but we're here today. We're going to talk about fashion that matches your style. How do you get that? We talked about that on our previous show, understanding your style. So when, as Valencia said earlier, knowing how to go in on that interview, you know, and you said how to be confident, Cierra, on going in. So you have to understand your style, and your style is your style. It's not anyone else. You know, all three of us can put on the same outfit, but we will style it different based on our personality and who we are. So that's one of the major things that we want to do. I know you know by now the Marlene Cox Show. One of our major sponsors is the Maya Marlene Talent and Consulting Agency. And guess what? If you would like to become a sponsor, contact us at www.mayamodels.com. We go all over the world. So if you'd like to be a sponsor of ours, let us know. We would love to have you. If you'd like to become a guest, let us know. And we'll sit down and run you through our criteria, and it all works out. Guess what? You become a guest on our show. So today's episode, we're going to focus especially on how to develop your brand. And everybody runs around the country, your brand. People throw that word out just like it's nothing.
Right.
But they don't know what encompasses that word. It's a lot in putting your brand together. As a model, right? As an entertainer, a musician, whatever they might be. It's a lot pulling a brand together. And then the other thing, you got to know when to switch from that brand to an upgraded brand.
Yes.
You know, it's like you can't be wearing the same thing that you wore in the 80s in 2000. You know, it will recircle. So like back in my day, blue eyeshadow was the thing. Okay, but blue eyeshadow circled back around, but it wasn't powder blue. It was in different shades of blue. So you can't be wearing the powder blue when the new blue comes out. Because you're out of style. You know, you're out of the brand. You know, so you had
can't. Like, not saying that you can't if you want it.
But if you know how to work it, though, that's when the whole thing when we talk about knowing your style. Because you can take that blue and put a little purple in it, whatever. But you got to know how to do that. If you don't know how to do that, then we're going to show you how to stick to your colors that will work for you at that time.
Yes.
But I take the young energy, Y, Z's, millennium, what else?
Millennial.
Gen Y, the millennium. I take what you. I'm actually a baby boomer. Hey, we were the first fastest growing group in the United States. No, I don't think nobody come up with us yet.
Whatever.
The baby boomers.
Whatever. Gen
More
Y.
millionaires and entrepreneur and business people come from the baby boomers.
But Gen Y.
Y'all getting there.
Gen Y.
And you millennials, we'll get with y'all. Y'all
Let's
getting
go.
there. Y'all getting there.
Stand up.
So that's all. That's so exciting. But we're going to focus on all those things today, and working with you in the industry and understanding your brand, and also developing that brand, which way they want to go, corporate, model, wherever they want to be within that brand. You just got to be able to know what that means, and branding your style. You have to know how to pull that together, fast fashion, slow fashion, or we're going to be, how do we pull all that together and be what we need to be to represent ourselves and know how to represent ourselves, not just on interviews, not just going out on a casting or a model. How do you, because when you these ladies model, professional model, but their next step is corporate. They're going to go in, they're going to be the boss of whatever company, whatever they created with Maya, leadership.
Exactly.
So they're going to have to go in the room and talk to these advertisers.
Absolutely.
And they're not walk in the room, talk to the advertisers and something they were wearing to go to a shoot for a casting or a model. It's a call, it's not going to work.
Right.
You know what I mean? So all of that's important to what you have to do. So I'm just so excited about having Cierra.
Yes.
And who are you, Cierra?
So with Maya, I am the executive assistant to Miss Marlene, as well as the booking agent, and I also do some modeling too with the agency. So those are like my three areas. I have a lot of great things planned for the upcoming and the aspiring models. If you are an aspiring model, we have the finishing school, and if you are a professional model, we have the
Professional division.
Yes, professional division.
Yes.
So, and then if you need touch-ups, we do have workshops if you are a
Yes.
professional model. So
I love that.
that is who
Touch-ups.
I am.
Okay, that's how we're gonna put that out there. You need a touch-up professional model. And who are you, young lady?
Hi, I'm Valencia Courtney, and I am the educational director at Maya, and I'm also a model, professional model as well. And I train the new faces and professional models, get them tools they need to work in the industry, let them know the techniques and, all the tricks and tools they need.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So we're gonna get on, and my name is Marlene Cox, and we're gonna get on, and I happen to be what? I guess I'm the director of the Maya Modeling Talent.
Yeah, you are
The CEO.
Miss CEO.
And it's just so wonderful having good people surrounding you, because you could not do these things without the team.
Yes.
You
Yep.
got to develop a team,
Absolutely.
and even as you go forth and branding yourself in your career, we can become. If you don't have a team, we're saying Maya can become your team. We have to get to know you. You get to know us,
Yeah.
and that's how we can get that started. So we're going to discover all that today, and branding you not only in way you look, but also in understanding your personality
Yes.
type. What is your personality type? Even Valencia, when you're working with the new face models, where do they fit in the industry? The beauty about today is there's not one area. She could be
Right.
commercial, she could be runway.
Exactly.
She could be on casting, go into some acting. She could be a character.
Commercial.
Character. We've had through the years character models. People will call us up and say, "Look, I'm looking for a guy with a little belly, a little gray hair for an insurance commercial." So there's something for everyone.
For everyone.
I'm looking for
Absolutely.
a voice makeover. There's something for everyone within
everyone.
the industry.
Yeah.
And we have two people that you will be getting ready to introduce them back to Maya, who actually do voiceovers.
That's great.
Yeah, they
Okay.
do voiceovers. So it's so much to do in
It
the
is.
industry
It
that
really
you can
is.
do.
I think the last show I was kind of saying something like that, where
Great.
it was me and Ms. Valencia on there, but I think I was pretty much saying like it's a niche for everyone. It's just about like knowing your niche and knowing where you
Yes.
fit in, but you're never too like old or young. I mean, even like infants, they could do Gerber commercials. So
Yep.
you're never too old or young to start this business. So.
And you just didn't know
right.
that, but we have a big photo shoot coming up, guys.
Oh, yes.
And then Maya, we're doing a big promotion and marketing shoot on October 28th.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
Next weekend.
And in that, I brought in one of our kids models. She's 3. I don't know if you met her. Because all we do with kids is photograph them, put them on our site, and get them work. But this little kid, I want you to meet her, Lily. So, oh my goodness, 3 years old. If I can work with 3-year-olds like her, I would work with 3-year-olds all the time. Usually, children models can be a little testy.
Yeah.
This little girl is great. I mean,
Like ready for the
sure
camera,
she's not
right?
a little woman, but then she knows how to be a little kid. And
Oh,
I
wow.
love that.
Good.
I love that. So so you'll meet her.
I
next
cannot wait
week.
to meet her. I cannot wait.
So she's going to be, because there's a feel for everything. Just like we had last week, we had Dr. Cotton on. And last week, she was one of the first Afro-Americans to be on a Hallmark card.
Oh,
So
wow.
there, so there's a lot out here that you can do. And I remember my daughter I can't say she was one of the first, but she did do a lot of work when she was like 7 and 8 for Kodak. So there's a lot of stuff that's out here that you can do. And look, hey, you know, we do have people in the studio. You won't see them, but we're gonna have a rocking good time today. So we have people in the studio, and but hey, Shamika, we need to tell them about Miss Curlin, 70 years old. That girl be rocking that runway. She be rocking it, don't she, Shamika? She be rocking it. And Dr. Bo over there at Morgan State, professor over there, and I don't think she's 70 yet, but she might be in her 60s. They are rocking the runway, so you can go
never
anywhere.
Never
Like
too.
really,
it's a range for whoever you
yes.
are, and make it
for our
that.
photo shoot on the 28th, you know, if you aren't in the DMV, like if you're, you know, overseas or wherever you are seeing this, and you would like to come, just contact our administration, administration at mayamodels.com, and just let us know that you do want to be a part of our photo shoot, and we can talk about traveling arrangements or whatever. And we'll get back. Yeah, we'll get.
Yeah, if they in Spain.
If they in Spain.
Some of us will be in Spain in
you
November.
Want to come to the DMV?
Some of us.
You can come to the DMV.
And you know what Valencia
Yes.
said. Some of us will be in Spain. But you know what, girls? I'm just saying, ladies, next year, now keep this out there, and this is for our audience too. We are going to plan a trip in Europe next year for the team
Europe?
and anyone,
Ooh,
Europe, for
okay.
whoever would like to go
Nice.
with us. And we're going to do Paris, but I'm going to take you guys to some other places where you can really get in there and really appreciate the country, where they still get up in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, walk
Not
down
me.
to the bakery.
I'm ready.
Walk down to the
Y'all have
bakery and get the
fun.
get
Bring
the
some
fresh
back.
bread. You bring some,
It's gonna be no sleep.
bring you some,
No, I'm
bring you
not
some
eating
fresh
sleep.
bread. And one of the things I like for over in Europe more than anything else, and I haven't been since COVID, so they might have changed. The world changes real fast. It's 2 o'clock. They shut down. If you haven't got a restaurant, school, everybody's out. They shut down until about 3:30, 4. Then they open up again.
I like
Because they
that.
tell Americans we work too much. And I
We
think
do.
a busy week for them is 35 hours. But years ago, they would just put in like 20, 25 hours. That's a work day.
Oh
'Cause
wow,
they- 'cause
that's
they-
interesting.
So that's going to be a good
I would love to go
experience.
there.
Yeah, we're
yes.
going to plan it. So let's put it on the calendar.
Let me know.
And you're going to know because you're going to be working out planning.
Oh yeah.
You too, don't just
I'm
smile
glad.
over there. You're gonna be. I got
That's
the
fine.
grit, and we're gonna plan this and mark it out how much it'll cost, and then what you will do is make it so people can pay payments every month.
Okay,
So it
that's
doesn't
great.
become a hard thing for anybody. Yes. So anyway, we're gonna get back. So you got a chance to meet us on the Marlene Cox Show. So what we're getting ready to do now, we're getting ready to go out on our first commercial, and we will be right back.
You are watching The Marlene Cox Show.
Rita by Wallace and Posey.
I swear to God, if my stripper name wasn't Icy Hot, I would have, no, right now I got a divorce. I left Long John. Ain't easy being a parasite chick. My marriage is, anybody married? 13 people. But you know what? I just lost 250 pounds. I sent that Negro home to his mama's house. We can't do this no more, Raheem. Take that Xbox with you. I got one joke and I'm about to leave. And it goes like this. 3 women on Spirit. That's a whole new set. Y'all better book me to hear it. Pilot said, Mayday, Mayday, we are going down. 3 women said, oh my God, I can't believe this. Asian lady said, oh, wait a minute, you. Open up her purse, put on all her jewelry. White lady, black lady said, what you do that for? Everybody know the rich can save her first. White lady said, oh yeah, watch this. Took off her bra, took off her shirt, boobs bouncing everywhere. They said, what you do that for? She said, so sexy gets saved first. Black lady said, are y'all ready? I said, what? She took off her pants, took off her panties, just stood there. They said, what you do that for? She said, because everybody knows when the plane crashed, they look for the black box first.
And we're back. You are watching The Marlene Cox Show. We're here for you, becoming you.
So welcome back, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Where are we at now, Valencia? What's happening
So
now?
we're continuing our discussion on branding and why it's important. And branding is a unique quality and it sets you apart from everybody else. As a model or a talent, it's very important for you to know what your brand is. For instance, if you're like a commercial model, you don't want to be taking a whole lot of, you can, but if your main focus is commercial modeling, you want to be taking photo shoots about products, holding lotion in your hand, something like that, advertisement. If you're doing a whole bunch of fitness photos and you're not a fitness model, that's not going to really work for you. So you have to know what your brand is so you can know how to market yourself and get yourself out there, get more jobs, get more bookings. When you know what your brand is, you're better able to book more clients. You can promote yourself more because you know what your segment is. You can be more than one kind of model. You can be a fashion and commercial model, but as long as you know what your brand is, that helps you get further in your career because you know what you're doing.
Absolutely.
You know what your main target is.
So who can help them do that?
We can. Maya Modeling Agency.
Yes, Maya Model Talent Agency. And so since you are your best salesperson, it is imperative for you to know how to market your product, and the product is you. There should be no one better at selling your product than you.
Yes.
So you may ask yourself, how do I build my brand? Mm-hmm. So there are 5 things that Maya Model and Talent Agency do to help each model and talent build their brand. And the first one is define your style and what matters to you. So what are your strengths? That's a big one, right? Your strengths. So as she was saying, if you are a fitness model, it wouldn't do you justice doing a
commercial suit or
a commercial,
fashion
like
shoot.
a run. You would want to stick to that. Now, it is important too, though, to show diversity, especially in your portfolio, right?
Yes.
Right.
So it is good to do, different things, but you want to have like that main thing,
Right.
like your signature, like what is you. And like I said, you can play with other areas, but you can play with other areas, like just to show your diversity. But you want to stick to what's your niche and what's best for you.
Yeah, that was good. I know I'm supposed to move on to C. And see, they just so right to the point. I'm just like, But anyway, that's so good to know because one model could be three things or one model could be two things. You just have to know that. And you brought it up in the other show. Remember, there are models for hands and feet. I know there's a certain shoe size for feet that you must be in if you're in that in a certain shape. You don't want a wide foot, but depending. And then there's a certain for hands, so you can add that to your category.
Be a parts model.
Yeah, parts models. And you guys got perfect lips. That would be a great one, a great lip. Sometimes you see the commercial where they only have half of the face and you're just seeing the lips.
Exactly.
That's what So there's so much to do in knowing your brand. So once you come to us, if you want to go somewhere else, that's fine. But once you come to My Modeling Talent Agency, we'll help work you through that. And one other thing I want to mention real quick, as Valencia was saying, knowing your brand, and that's one of the things that's so important to having someone like Cierra, who is the branding director at Maya, to work with you developing that brand. So you got the educational director and the branding director working together, trying to help you develop that brand, which is so important. And you have to know, she talked about your strengths. What about your shortcomings? What is it that we have to work on in the shortcomings for you? And you have to understand, it has to be for your body type, your bone type.
Yes,
You have to know, because there's nothing, it's a shortcoming, but how do we work around that? How do we develop around that to make it so that it's not what you might consider a shortcoming? Okay, so there's ways to work around that. What's your skill, talent? What talents did you have? And I always try to tell the models, did you play basketball? Did you dance? You do play piano? All of those things are important because the more you've been involved in, the more work you get.
The more work you can get, and the more, if you want to be an actress, the more
the more you can get.
Makes you more diverse.
Yes, you get the more diverse. You go, so that's good to know. And what's your end game goal? That one is so important. You say you start here as a model, and this is something we do in our training. Give you a goal set. Where do you want to be in 5 years? And then once you get to that third year of that 5, where do you want to be in the next 10? You have to have an end plan. You just can't be fumbling around. Okay, I did that, but let's draw it. Let's make a map.
Yeah,
we do the boards. You do the boards with the models.
I was gonna say that's kind of what I can help with, definitely. Because like for our aspiring models, they have no idea. They're like they have no idea. So that's what I'm here for, to kind of help you like figure out. Not only get to know yourself more, because you are the product, you are the brand. So not only are we working on inner, but also outer, which is what jobs you want or what jobs you're interested in. So we develop a plan for you that you can follow, so that you have a goal. So even if you reach those 5, 4 to 5 years in that goal, then we help you develop with so what's next? So this is like a relationship that we're building, which makes it different than the other.
It makes us, and it's all about relationship building. It's all about relationship building, and one of the things I was interviewing Dr. Cotton last week, and one of the things that I was sitting there in awe, because it was almost like I have people do that sometimes. She was saying what I was saying because when I was 7 and 8 years old, I knew I wanted to be in the fashion industry. I knew that I was going to be an executive. I knew it. I didn't know what my path was to get there, but I knew those were things, and it seems like it just put me there. So some people say, well, this is good when you're talking about your goals. I want to be an executive. Okay, great. Now let's start out how you get there.
Exactly.
Let's build on that.
Exactly.
Let's build on
And the beauty is in the process, really. People try to rush through, like people see what they want, and then they're like, oh, well, they beat themselves up because they haven't gotten there yet. But the thing is, the process is how you learn and how you gain your wisdom and your knowledge. So everything, patience is everything, right? And as long as you're doing something each day towards that goal, then you'll get there.
And you have people like us to help you get there.
Exactly.
You can't do everything on the world is not on an island. You can't be. It's community that helps bring all those things together. So anyway, ladies, this has been great. But we know what time. We're getting ready to do now, right? What are we getting ready to do now?
A commercial.
So we get ready to go out on our commercial, and we'll be right back.
You are watching The Marlene Cox Show.
Rita by Wallace and Posey.
And we're back. You are watching The Marlene Cox Show. We're here for you, becoming you.
And we're back. The Marlene Cox Show. Valencia, what do you have for us?
So we're going to be talking about how to identify your market or target audience, and you can do this by, first of all, you have to know who your audience is, as we said earlier, know who your target is, and if you're like, for instance, if you're a fashion model, who do you want to reach? Who do you want to see your photos? How do you want to get out there? So your target is going to be, designers. You're going to want to do fashion shows, get yourself out there, absolutely, promote yourself, do the fashion shows, networking. And if, for instance, if you're a commercial model, you're going to want to do some commercial photo shoots. We will help you, book those clients, get you out there. Just know who your target audience is, and also you can also do this by reaching audience by social media is a great tool to reach your audience. Post your photos on there, tag people. They'll get your interest, and they'll see you, and you can reach out to them. It's so easy to get, to designers and
absolutely
businesses nowadays through social media.
Absolutely, it really
it's a lot
like you
easier.
Said, tags are really important too, because if we do like the hashtags, I know I've heard recently that the algorithm has changed when it comes to Instagram, so far as like tagging and like your hashtags. But I think that it's still it's just someone said that, but everyone has their own opinion. But I think that that's a good way of letting, so for instance, if you post a picture and you wanted to say you wanted to reach H&M, right, then you would tag H&M so that you would go on their feed, and then that's when they'll see you, and that's how you reach your audience.
Okay, all right.
The reason Maya emphasizes knowing your style is to help build your brand, which is you, right? Style is the foundation, but your brand is the key to you earning a good living in the industry or a great life. So we emphasize on building the brand, which is you.
All right. That is so wonderful. But you know what? I hope you guys got all this and you took your notes. But guess what? It is time for Tips and Toodles.
The first tip that we have is for you to get out there. Get out there. That is so essential. Like, you have to be in the room. Sometimes it's about just being in the room. It's not even about someone knowing you or someone inviting you there. You put yourself in the room and you show out in the room.
That's right.
And our next tip is networking.
Yes.
You need to be in most of the networking industry, things that has something to do with you, where you want to network with a designer, a material company. I mean, because they make fashions, and if you don't know designers, go to materials where they make wools and all of the suedes and things, and hook up with that network, and they'll direct you to designers and different things that you might want to do. So networking is very important, but the right networking is the key.
Yes. And be open to feedback, because nobody knows everything, and it's always good to learn something new. And especially for new face models, you're coming in, you might not know how to walk the runway. We'll help you, train you, and you're going to have to be open to feedback. If you don't know what you're doing, we're just going to give you positive critiques, help you to get better.
Yes,
so just be open to feedback. It's only will help you to grow more in this industry.
And we're not going to point fingers. We're not going to, there is no bashing or blaming or nothing like that. We are models, so we're going to help you with the confidence that you need. That's the biggest thing.
And when you said that word before we get off there, the confidence, because they gotta have the confidence, because you're gonna hear more no's than yes.
That's right.
And you have to have it, because all your life you've been told how great you look and how talented you are, and you go to 20 places and all 20 doors shut. But you have to be able. How did that happen? We have to build them up on the inside.
You do.
Yeah. So
and then of course the niche as well. So for me as your booking agent, I'm not going to, if you are a Caucasian male muscular, I'm not going to send you to, I'm going to find the client that fits you to get you
Right.
to be able to get you to that yes, right? You know what I mean? Because yeah, you do hear no's, but that's why we are here.
Yeah.
So that you won't have to hear the no's.
Not all, yeah.
Yeah.
But be prepared for the no's when they
But
come.
be prepared because
Yes.
it can happen.
Because we're going to give you the confidence to be prepared.
Yes.
So, boy, guys, this has been a great show.
Yes.
And I'm just hoping this is consulting information that people pay $2,000 and $3,000 and $4,000
some free
to
info.
have. Yeah, they have people give them this information. So by watching the Marlene Cox show, you're always going to get information. You're going to get education. You're going to get training. You're going to always get that here on the show. And with that being said, Sierra's going to tell us what to look for next week. Or we're at the end
We are
of
at
the
the
month.
end.
We're at the end of the month.
We at
So
the
we'll
end
come
of-
back in for Christmas,
You know.
and then you'll be ready. Okay.
Christmas,
So-
my favorite season.
Yes. And but that note, Miss Valencia is going to let us go.
So each day is a blank canvas, and you are the artist. With every stroke of the brush, you have the opportunity to make this day your best work. So make this day your greatest masterpiece. We'll see you next time on The Marlene Cox Show.
Let's do that together. 1, 2, 3. The
Marlene
Marlene Cox Show. Goodbye. See you next week. Love you. Stay safe. God bless.
You are watching the Marlene Cox Show. We're here for you, becoming you.